I'm at the airport and I'm ready to fly. I'm in Sydney, and this morning I flew in on Asiana Airlines from Seoul on their 777 in business class, and I'm now continuing on with LATAM to not all the way to South America. Unfortunately, it's only through to Auckland. Not unfortunately, Auckland's a beautiful city. I've got to go there for a conference, so join me and we'll show you what LATAM is like these days in the post-pandemic world. It's in business class, should be pretty good. It's the first time I've flown them in about 4 years, so I'm really looking forward to it. Join me, let's go. Now, if I've just come off an overnight flight, you're probably wondering why I'm looking so fresh. Well, the secret to that is the Qantas Business Class Lounge, where I've just had a shower, a bite to eat. So as I walk over to the gate, here's some footage of the current state of this Qantas Business Class Lounge, the good, the bad, and the very ugly. Pretty much all airlines ensure that their business class lounge in their home port is their very best. After all, it is a direct reflection of the airline and sets the tone for their brand quality. Sadly, Qantas does not take the same view, and this lounge is years and years overdue for an upgrade. It's not all bad though. The food offerings were pretty good, the staff were also very friendly, and the coffee brilliant. The views over the airport towards the city weren't bad either. Unfortunately, the bad is very bad, with the furniture well past its due date. The bottom has fallen out of many of the seats, making them very uncomfortable. Others were simply filthy. With the number of people flying, this lounge is often busy, so many have no choice but to sit in these filthy seats. One thing to note, because LATAM is no longer part of One World, Qantas Platinum frequent flyers do not have access to the Qantas First Class Lounge when flying LATAM. When I got to the gate, the ground crew were busy loading the aircraft. If you haven't seen my behind the scenes video of the secret world of air cargo, definitely check it out. It's well worth a watch. I'll put the link in the description below. Do you want to be on the video?
Absolutely, yeah. Anyway, here I am with Dennis. He's hopping on the LATAM flight to Auckland, and he's flown with us before. I hope he enjoys it like he did last time. So anyway,
thank you.
To our viewers.
Thank you. Jamie's the station manager here in Sydney. Hello. There's no footage here of any pre-departure drink service because, well, there wasn't any. Apparently LATAM do provide pre-departure bubbles when they depart Auckland on the long-haul hop to Santiago. So instead of my usual, cheers, here's to a great flight, here's some cool footage of a Qantas A380 departing for LA. We had a very long taxi out to the furthest runway departure point, winning a race along the way against a Jetstar under tow and admiring a cargo ship being unloaded. Eventually though, we turned onto runway 34R and took to the skies. The flight from Sydney to Auckland was just over 2.5 hours, with this aircraft then continuing on with a 10.5 hour journey across the southern Pacific Ocean all the way to Santiago. Now that we're on our way, let's have a closer look at this seating cabin. For a 222 business class, this is actually a very good product. Whilst the window passengers don't have direct aisle access, the legroom is really good, so the only time you'll need to step over the person next to you is when they have their seat in full bed mode. But this small inconvenience is offset by some of the other major pluses for this seat in bed mode, which I'll show you a little later in the video. The only other drawback of these seats is the limited storage space next to you. Whilst you have heaps of storage in front of you, this small space on top of the remote is the only storage within easy reach. In all other aspects, I thought these seats were very good. They were comfortable to sit in, had good width, and a fully adjustable headrest. The crew on this flight were excellent. They were happy, friendly, and chatty with all the passengers. Lunch was served straight after departure.
Really good wines.
Yeah, fantastic. You recommend the Cabernet? Okay, thank you. Cheers. Here's to a great lunch and a great flight. The Chilean Cabernet. That's nice.
Cheers.
Sadly, I lost my notes for this flight and I can't remember what the meal choices were, and there were no printed menus provided. For the mains, I had the gnocchi, which was pretty good and was accompanied by a prawn entree and a green leaf salad. In terms of in-flight entertainment, the LATAM offering was pretty good. There were plenty of choices of movies and TV shows, as well as music and podcasts. The system was easy to control using the remote, and amazingly, despite the fact that the screen was so far away, it had touchscreen functionality. Rather than watch anything, I stuck to music as we jetted out over the Tasman. Considering this was just a short daytime flight, I was really impressed by the level of amenities provided by LATAM on this sector. The colourful amenities kit stuck to the basics, but a full bedding kit was provided with a large comfortable quilt and a good sized soft pillow. It would have been a shame not to use it, so I made up the bed and had a little nap. In bed mode is where these seats really shine, creating a fully flat and, importantly, a full width bed all the way down to your feet. Even the tallest passengers will get a good night's sleep on these beds. And as the flights between New Zealand and Chile operate at night in both directions, bed comfort is really important, and this alone makes LATAM an excellent choice. Before long, we'd started our descent through the clouds and were coming into land at Auckland International Airport, where I would spend almost as long as this entire flight waiting in the immigration and customs queues. But at this stage, I was blissfully unaware of these upcoming frustrations and simply enjoyed the beautiful golden hour views on the way in. For more flight reviews, views like this, and all things travel, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That was a really, really good flight. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Short but sweet, and definitely want to try LATAM again on the long haul. Get over to South America. It's such a great part of the world. Can't wait to get back there one day, hopefully soon.